for joining me. This is a really lovely little routine. It's quite short to potentially do at the end of the day when you just feel like maybe you've been sitting a lot and your shoulders have been rounding forwards and your head has come forwards during your day, or if your upper back just feels tight, if you feel like you want a lovely chest opening, just do this towards the end of your day just to help you open out your spine. We're adding in a few little twists and hopefully you will feel great afterwards. So you're going to need a foam roller, and if you don't have one, maybe just grab like a cushion or two cushions, just so that you've got something to extend over, and a yoga block or something that you can just put between your knees. So you're going to lie down on your mat to begin with and just pop the block between your knees. You don't need to squeeze it, but it just can kind of help with alignment. Heels on the floor. Arms are going to move a little bit away from you, so just slightly off to the side. Now you're going to shift your hips or move your butt a little bit to the left and then take your knees to the right. And that should give you some really lovely alignment here. You're not squeezing the block, but it's definitely like comfortably between your knees. Your sternum, your breastbone, should be pointing up to the ceiling, and then your pubic bone, or your pelvis, is pointing in the direction to your right. Okay. Now we want to feel especially that your left shoulder is down on the floor. And if it isn't, do take your arms wider. And you should feel a really big stretch down your left side. So we're just going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. And you want to feel like you're breathing into your left rib cage. So if you're not sure, you can always just put your hand on your left rib cage just to help find that breath a little bit. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. So you want to feel that opposition of your rib cage going towards the left, but your pelvis is going to the right. So if you can, you're going to reach your top knee over a little bit more, but really go down into your left shoulder. Okay, we're going to add in a little bit of movement now. So you're going to take your left hand behind your head, support your head, and when you're ready, we're going to exhale and curl up. And your right arm can just stay down on the floor and then lower. Exhale, curl, and you're just trying to squeeze ribs to hip while you stay in this deep twist. And we're not rushing. We're going nice and slow, and we're just being mindful of trying to open out that elbow as you come down, but then lift that elbow and think about bringing your elbow forwards, or think bringing armpit towards your hip as you curl up. As you lower, really open that elbow so you open your chest. Exhale up and lower. This is going to help us prepare for some of the next things that are coming. Exhale up and down. Okay, so we're going to go to the other side. Go back to center, put the block between your legs, shift your hips a little to the right so that you can take knees to the left. And you might already find, you've got a more comfortable side. Arms as wide as you need them to be to encourage your right shoulder to stay down. We're going to breathe. You're going to find your right ribs and you're going to breathe into your rib cage. Deep breath in. And exhale slowly, all the air out. You want to feel like both shoulders are squared to the ceiling. Pelvis has rotated to the left. After your next breath, you're going to take your right hand behind your head. And that elbow is nice and wide. Press it into the ground a little bit if you've got that, just to help open that side of the chest. And then we're going to curl up. Exhale up. Inhale down, and you're going to think armpit to hip. Exhale up, and you're going to be looking straight ahead. Up and down. Again, exhale up. And you've got a little bit of a squeeze going on here. So we're working the obliques while we come back down into the stretch. Exhale up. You've got your left arm on the floor. Don't use it too much to help you, but you can a little bit. And then one more time. And down, and then just bring your legs back to center your pelvis. Okay, cool. Actually, we'll keep the block here. So we're going to go into around the world. You're going to shift your hips to the left. You're going to drop your knees all the way around and then roll completely onto your side. So you're going to stack your arms And if you can, if it's comfortable enough, I'd love your head to just drop down. Try not to support it, but if you need to prop it up, that's okay. But you might notice you actually get a lovely neck stretch. So we're going to reach forwards with that arm. You're going to keep your legs hugging that block, and you're going to circle around the room. And you're going to come forward. So you've got to take your rib cage with you. And you're going to reach the arm all the way around. You're going to keep your knees down. So squeeze that block a little bit if you need to. And you're going to circle around the room. And you're going to go forwards and reach around the room. Oh, yummy. One more time. Forwards and around the room. Turn your rib cage. Take the arm and your rib cage. Don't just try and move the arm because it's going to get stuck. And then when you're ready, you're going to come up and over to the other side. And annoyingly, I forgot to put my phone on silent, so I'm going to do that quickly. Okay, cool. So let's go to the other side. So you're going to place the block between your legs, and knees are stacked, hip bones are stacked, and you've got your arms in front of you. Like I said before on the other side, if you can comfortably rest your head down, do so. Otherwise, prop it up. And we're going to reach forwards, and then your arm and your rib cage go around the room, and you're going to follow your moving arm. Stretch it out to the side. Elbow can be soft. Reach forwards. It's one of these simple ones, I think, around the world that we just don't do enough of, right? Forwards and around the room, around the room, around the room. Try not to let your knees come with you. One more time, which is why it's helpful to have the block. And finish this one, and then press yourself up. So this is where you're going to grab your foam roller. And if you don't have one, you can grab a couple of cushions, because what I want, and I quite like the block, so keep the block or something else between your knees. You want to have your cushion or your foam roller right around across the middle of your back. Let's just do a couple of these. So you're going to breathe in and go over. And here is where we get some back extension. Elbows go wide, opening that chest. Lift your elbows a little and then push your ribs back into your cushion or your roller, whatever you're using to come up. Inhale. I want you to almost think about diving backwards over the cushion, over the roller, whatever it is. So you get this gorgeous amount of spinal extension, chest opening, elbows lift, push your ribs backwards. So now we want to come into flexion. You just happen to be working your abdominals, but that's not really what this is about. This is extension and flexion of the spine. Focus on the extension. So we're lengthening back and over and elbows wide. If you get your head to the floor, great. Make sure you're supporting your head though either way. Push your ribs down, and that's what lifts you. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, extend over, reaching back. Oh, it should be good. If you haven't quite found your sweet spot, just move the roller slightly up or down. Okay, so now you're going to go back over the roller. Shift your hips slightly to the left so that you can now take your knees to the right. Okay, so now here's where we add in this little twisty thing. Okay. So when you're ready, you're going to start lifting up a little bit, and you're going to rotate your rib cage also to the right and reach your top elbow, which is now your left elbow, forwards. And then you're going to spin back to the roller, opening your shape out and lower yourself over the roller. You're going to lift your elbows a bit to curl up. Can you kind of see how this is like a combination of some of the things we've done? You're going to twist towards your legs, which is the right. And then you're going to untwist as you reach back over the roller, opening out chest, elbows. You curl up center and you start to rotate towards your legs. So you're trying to bring your top elbow forwards. If you're on a roller, ooh, you're going to feel this on the side that you're lying on. It might feel quite juicy. It's pressing into you. And then you're going to reach that top elbow up as you spin back over that roller again. Okay, let's do the other side. So just start centered. Adjust anything that you need to. Block in place. Shift your hips slightly to the left, to the right, and your knees go to the left. and then you're going to lie back over the roller. And you're going to be very aware of your more comfortable side. So we've got those nice wide elbows. You're going to curl up at the center. Now you're going to twist towards your legs, which is your left. Oh, and that roller is going to be really pressing into your left side. And then you're going to reach that elbow up to the ceiling as you spin back to the roller, opening everything out. Exhale, curl up center. Start to twist towards your legs. So that will be to your left. Reach that elbow forwards, like away from you. And then reach that elbow up to the ceiling as you bring yourself back over the roller and back over it into extension. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, curl up center. You're going to twist towards your legs. Reach your top elbow forwards. You're going to reach it back up to the ceiling. As you exhale, untwist, finish over the roller, wide elbows. Oh, and then you're going to come up and move that block and move the roller. Okay, so we're going to be lying on your side again. If you can, rest your head down without any support. That would be great. Okay, and then you're going to stack your hands together. Stack your legs together, and then can you have your legs at a 90-degree angle? So back of the knees, 90 degrees, and legs to torso, 90 degrees. We're going to just lift both arms up, and you should feel a really deep twist in your waist. Exhale up, inhale down. Now, I don't want you to feel like you're rolling behind you. That would be too far, so you certainly don't want your fingers pointing to the ceiling. So it's a small movement where you really feel your waist squeeze. Exhale up and down. Exhale up and down. Now you're going to keep your arms down and you're going to flip your knees up. Exhale up and down. Again, not big movements. We're just sort of wringing out the spine by going into some twists and just knees up. And now you're going to lift your feet up and down. So your knees stay down. And I want you to think about your pelvis. So your top hip moves towards your top shoulder and you feel this waist squeeze. And then you're going to lengthen that waist away as your feet lower and hike your hip. Feel the contraction here around where your top waist is. And again, up and down. Now we try and combine arms and feet. Oh, that feels juicy, really wringing out the waist. And if you can really squeeze your internal organs, get a lovely little sort of rinse out. And squeeze. And let's do the other side. So, organize yourself where your arms are underneath you, your legs are stacked, hips are stacked, feet are stacked, and you've got those 90-degree angles. Okay, we just go with the arms. Exhale up and down. You don't want to feel like you're rolling backwards. And I want a deep exhale. Cool, one more time. Remember, if your neck is not comfortable, you can put something under your head, okay? You might want to do that. Okay, let's go to the legs. Flip them up and down. Exhale. What could help you is pressing your bottom arm down a little bit to help you lift your legs up. One more time. Let's go to the feet. And this is where you want to feel how your pelvis is lifting towards your shoulder, and then everything in between, ribs to pelvis in between, move towards each other. So it feels like really lovely squeeze of the waist, but then you feel it lengthening. Okay, so let's combine arms and feet. And let's do two more. And then I want to do one more thing, which is really lovely for the head and the neck. Okay, so you're going to lie down on your tummy and you're going to rest. Oh, yeah, I've just got to be careful of my microphone. Hopefully this is still okay. You're going to rest one cheek on the floor, okay? You're going to let your shoulders, arms just kind of flop down. So when you're ready, you're going to just gently pick up your shoulders. Your hands are going to, the back of your hands are going to stay on the floor. Now you're going to turn your head to center, but you're not going to lift your chest. Then I want you to reach your chin and throat forwards. So you're opening the front of the neck. You're going to lengthen the back of your neck to point your nose back down to the floor. And then you're going to turn your head the other way and lower your head down. You're going to pick up your shoulders, turn your head to center. You're going to inhale and open your throat. Don't lift your chest. You need to really almost shove your jaw forwards. You're going to lengthen the back of your neck. You're going to turn your head the other way again and put your ear down on the floor. Let's do one more each side. So the head hovers so that you can turn your head to center. You're going to inhale, open your throat as you look straight ahead. There's just a very small amount of upper back work, nothing going on in the lower back. Bring your nose down to point to the floor, turn your head the other way, and then put your ear down on the floor. Keep your shoulders lifted. One more time, hover the head, don't lift your chest. Turn your head to center. Inhale, open, open, open the front of the neck, the throat. Lengthen the back of the neck as you point your nose towards the floor. Turn your head and then lower down. And then just sit back on your heels in a rest position. Okay. And deep breath in and out. Let's actually come up to all fours. And before you do that sitting back on your heels, I want you to round your spine. And I want you to just bring your knees slightly closer so you really feel like you're lengthening lower back. And then you're going to keep that shape as you slowly keep curling your tailbone underneath you so you feel that stretch in your lower back and eventually get down to your heels and breathe here. Deep breath in and out. And you want to feel your back expanding as you breathe. One more time. Deep breath in and out. And then if you can, you're going to sit on your feet and take your hands behind you and open your chest here as you lean back a little bit. And if you need to almost sit on a cushion, if this is too much for your knees, you can put a cushion here or maybe even a block just so that you're at less of an angle. And you're going to have to lean back a bit more so your hands can reach the floor. Open your chest, open your hips, and release that. Just one more time. Inhale, use a cushion if you need to, whatever you need to do to just open the front of your body, and then come up. Well done. Hope that little routine helps you kind of feel a little bit more open and a little bit less stiff after a potentially long day. Do join me again and have a look in the description for details of my classes, my online classes, my in-person classes, and my 8-week strength training program. I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.